should not have come to school today.
I often feel that way.
Physically, mentally, emotionally, that this is real.
No need to pretend. No need to pretend. Drama is for you.
Your light blue eyes didn't show surprise when I explained.
Let me just be real. We gotta create a situation. Parents, pastors, leaders, we gotta create a situation where when they come to school, they get to just go to school and learn, y'all. They should not come to school and have to worry about fighting. They shouldn't have to worry about getting shot. They shouldn't have to worry about none of that, all right?
When your teacher asks you a question and you're like, yeah, miss, I know this. And they go, yeah, go on then. And you get it wrong. Ah! For me, that's gotta be the one.
I just hate going to school that much. Like it was especially bad during like finals weeks, like last year. Like my stomach would hurt so much, like the whole day. It was so bad. It's so bad right now, too. Like, oh my God, I'm sick to my stomach. I can't do this. I hate school. I hate school so much.
Ask your child, what did school teach you today? You may hear about different things like math, science, or book they read, but your child may have learned other lessons as well. Maybe that being wrong is embarrassing, or maybe the fastest student is the smartest student. Maybe popular people get to decide what is normal. Maybe that adults listen when children ask honest questions, or maybe they don't. None of those lessons appeared in the lesson plan, yet a child can still learn them. That is what I mean by a lesson that is hidden. I do not mean necessarily a secret plot. I do not mean that every teacher has a hidden motive. I mean children learn from what happens around them each day. In this episode, I will help you spot one unwritten lesson, test whether your child is actually learning it, and choose one faithful response. Children do not learn only from what adults say. They also learn from what adults repeat, what they reward, ignore, and allow. Psychologist Albert Bandura helps show how much children learn by watching other people. They notice what others do. They notice what gets attention. Then they begin to copy what seems useful, safe, or admired. This happens in every learning setting. It happens in public school, private school, homeschool groups, sports, teams, churches, and even online spaces. A child is always asking questions, even when the questions are never spoken. What matters here? What happens when I fail? Who has power? What kind of person gets noticed? What must I do to belong? The answers become lessons about attention, emotion, status, and what feels normal. First, children learn what deserves their attention. Look at the school bell. The bell divides time. Teachers choose what may interrupt a lesson. Devices are allowed or limited or removed. Some questions receive time, others must wait. These choices are necessary. Classroom cannot work without order, but the pattern still teaches something. In 2026, Pew Research Center found that 77% of American adults supported banning student cell phones during class. An early working paper on lockable phone pouches found that phone use actually did fall sharply, while many other results were quite mixed. The paper is not the final word. That difference matters. Removing a phone can protect a child's attention, but it doesn't automatically teach the child how to manage that attention. A good rule can become a good lesson when adults explain it, model it, and help children practice the wisdom behind it. The point is not that phone rules are bad. The point is that the rule and the lesson are not always the same thing. Second, children learn how to feel about mistakes. Picture two classrooms. In one, a student gives a wrong answer. The teacher says, let's see where the thinking changed. Other students stay kind. The class learns that a mistake can be examined and corrected. In another scenario, students laugh. The teacher quickly moves on. The child learns to stay quiet next time. No one had to say, never risk being wrong. The moment taught that. The opposite can happen too. A patient teacher can teach courage. A fair coach can teach that correction is meant to help. A classmate who refuses to join the laughter can teach loyalty. Hidden lessons are not always harmful. Many teachers and students teach beautiful lessons through the way they treat other people. Third, children learn what kind of person receives honor. Who gets praised most often? Is it the student with the highest grade? The child who improves the most? The student who helps someone else? The child who never causes trouble? Grades can show real learning. Awards can honor hard work. Rules can protect a class, but children also watch what these systems seem to say about human worth. If speed is always praised, a careful child may decide that careful thinking doesn't actually count. If quiet agreement is what's rewarded, a child may decide that respectful questions are actually dangerous. If popularity excuses cruelty, students may learn that status matters more than character. That may not be what any adult intended. Intent and effect are not the same. We should not accuse people of motives we cannot prove. We should look at the pattern, ask the child, and test the lesson. Fourth, children learn what is normal by living around it. They watch how adults speak to one another. They hear what classmates joke about. They see which clothes, talents, families, and opinions receive approval. They notice whether faith is treated with respect, discomfort, or contempt. Peer culture matters here too. So do social media, music, family life, money, trauma, and personal choices. School is one influence among many, but it is a powerful influence because children spend so much time there. The same school can also be experienced differently by different children. Race, disability, family income, personality, and past experiences can shape how a child understands that moment. So do not turn one story into a claim about every school or every group of children. Listen to families, look for local evidence, notice teachers, the churches, parents, and students who challenge harmful patterns and build healthier ones. Psalm 1 describes a person through counsel, paths, company, delight, and fruits. That is a picture of formation. What surrounds us, again, can shape what we love and who we become. The psalm does not tell parents to fear every imperfect place. It teaches us to pay attention to direction. Where is this path leading? What is my child learning to admire? What kind of fruit is beginning to grow? Christian formation is not only about stopping bad behavior, it is about helping children love what is true, good, and pleasing to God. This week, choose one repeated pattern. Do not begin with an accusation. Begin with what you can see. First, observe. Write down what happened. For example, during 3 class discussions, students laughed when someone gave a wrong answer. Second, name the possible lesson. Ask, might my child be learning that it's safer to stay quiet than to risk being wrong? Third, ask your child. Try one simple question like, what happens at school when someone makes a mistake? Then listen without rushing to explain. Fourth, test your first idea. Look for evidence that supports it. Also look for evidence that does not support it. One kind teacher, one brave friend, or one different class may change the picture. Keep 4 things separate: what you saw, what someone said they meant, what happened as a result, and what you are only guessing. Finally, choose one response. You may reinforce a good lesson. You may correct a false message at home. You may model a better way. You may ask a teacher a sincere question, or you may request a meeting when a pattern is actually quite serious. Choose one response, not 10. School teaches through lessons. It also teaches through daily life. It teaches through what receives attention, what happens after a mistake, who receives honor, and what everyone begins to treat as normal. This is not a reason to assume bad motives. It is, however, a reason to become a careful observer. Do not study only what your child is doing, study who and what is shaping what your child desires. So download the Hidden Lesson Decoder, choose one repeated pattern, ask your child about it, test the lesson, then choose one faithful response. Because some of the strongest lessons at school are taught without saying a single word. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. I will see you again in the next one. God bless.